You just heard the conversation about Greece.
Yep.
How important will it be to watch how the European markets open overnight on, I would say, Sunday to Monday?
I think it's important to watch what happens over the weekend. You have to watch if you're playing in the equity markets or the global markets at all, and then you have to watch the futures start to move late Sunday night into Monday morning and get position on this. I agree with what Mr. Brown said. I think this is a very dangerous situation right here, primarily because Greece is making overtures to Russia. Russia's making overtures to Greece. I think that would have more of an impact on the markets instead of just an outright Greek default. If Greece defaults and then runs to Russia, then you're going to see some volatility like we've never seen before. So that's the real risk here. And the problem that you have is the ECB has only given them a day's worth of money to stave off a bank run. The banks will have to open at some point, and then once you have a liquidity crisis there, it's a domino effect that could have real bad ramifications for our market. So everybody has to stay vigilant this weekend for sure.
We do, Trent, like to keep people understanding of exactly what's going on. And earlier today, the European Central Bank said, we'll give you a loan through something called the Emergency Liquidity Assistance Fund. We don't know for how much it is, but that will only get Greek banks through the weekend. Folks, we have seen runs on banks in Ireland. We saw it during the long-term capital management crisis in 1998. This gets nerve-wracking, doesn't it, Trent? Will there be a sort of a rush to what we call safety with treasuries in the 10-year?
I think you hit it on the head, Liz. We have the 30-year bonds up 2 full handles today. Certainly as a result of the uncertainty regarding this whole situation. And the Greek exit in and of itself, I think we will see a more pronounced move in the treasury markets than we will the equity markets. I think the equity markets will certainly sell off should that manifest itself. But as far as the uncertainty is concerned, it's more moving forward. It'd be an unprecedented event. Anytime that's the case, it typically provides strong buying interest in the treasury markets. You add that to a dovish Fed commentary earlier this week, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw further gains as we move into next week, even prior to there being any sort of resolution to the Greek deal on Monday.
And remember, well, right now the Russell 2000 is flat. Folks, even a tiny fraction to the upside, that's another record for the small and mid cap. So it's not as if our markets are getting hammered today. Keith, Trent, great to see you. Thank you so much. We're about 52 minutes before the closing bell rings.